The best player to ever played Brawlhalla is undoubtedly Sandstorm, and the current top pro is Luna. But what do both these pro players have in common? Tons of earnings, good character picks, and a solid hairstyle? While all of these are true, none of that matters compared to one other character trait: confidence. The difference between confidence and arrogance is one you can back up with skill. But how do you build confidence? How does one go from the average Brawlhalla player to the top of the leaderboards? Well, let's ask Sandstorm himself. And by asking him, I mean deep diving into YouTube videos.
From there, that's how it all started, really. Whenever I get on stage or like play first match of the day, like first couple sets or first couple games, it's really hard. Even if I like practice a ton or think I'll do well, after I take the first couple games or like I do something cool, then it all goes away. I'm like, okay, I got this. Just keep going.
So if every time he does something cool, it builds his confidence, I wonder how he felt after doing this.
Because Boomy won the last game, this was his pick. We're in a game 5 situation right here. Great gauntlet play from Sandstorm. Huge opening ground pound. Boomy's still living, the Nair. Boomy's still living, he's got the wall. Sandstorm backs up, tries to cover this off platform, side air bounces him off of it. Boomy still has jumps. Boomy Sandstorm basically saying, I shouldn't have get this far, utilizing the hit stun from the weapon.
While the tournaments looked effortless for Sandstorm, there was a lot of mental training behind the scenes.
My mentality from like 9 months ago from now is like really different. It's because of how I play the game and the people that I talk to and meet. Back then, when I first started Brawlhalla, I didn't understand the game as well as I do now. It just took a lot of time. I learned to appreciate different people's skill, what I didn't think was skill at the time, and I can learn from it way better and move on from mistakes than I ever would back then.
Confidence was building, skill was improving, and knowledge was amounting to exceedingly high levels, heights that I can only show you through certain matches he played.
The US is big, the states are like oftentimes bigger than some of the countries in Europe, so Pennsylvania out here. Sandstorm
What's up, Sandstorm?
Looking like he wants to take a nap.
He's tired. That's okay. He's in it. He's in it to win it. Don't let his... This is all a facade.
Photo points out it was all a facade, but I'm not so sure. The rubbing of his face, looking up at the ceiling, and overall exhaustion on his face. A lot of players when they get on stage panic or revert to a safer playstyle, but not Sandstorm. Go ahead and try this gauntlet combo when you have the free time. D-Light, Dare, Reverse, Nair. I guarantee you it's not as easy as it looks, and try doing it on stage. It was a bit of a tone setter. Recovers into the weapon toss, and then we see this iconic scythe knockout.
And a little bit of extra damage.
Yeah, well, we've seen him do that before, too. It's very much intentional by Sandstorm to do that. Oh!
Lots of people complain about wall hugging today, but during this era, wall hugging was mainly disadvantaged versus the top pros that use scythe and katars. Remember when I said I could only show the skill gap through certain matches? Well, here's him after winning 2-0, switching to a different character, Nyx, for fun in the grand finals. Just look at how he plays the last stock. It was almost hard to watch when it was happening. So let's go ahead and fast forward to BCX 2019 and compare his reaction of winning this one to the World Championship of 2018.
Very low, trying to avoid the ground pound. That will do it! Sandstorm just did it! Sandstorm! Sandstorm is the Brawlhalla 1v1 World Champion! And there you see it, his teammate Ethan is there. That is it! Sandstorm is the world champion! He skipped being the 2-time and has become the 3-time world champion.
So much has changed from when he first started playing. I mean, look at the way he carries himself and the confidence. It has completely flipped from his player profile to this post-game interview. Unfortunately, there's not much land footage of Luna, but if I do a little digging, I can find something just as compelling. Luna had entered the scene much louder than Sandstorm. Sandstorm had even predicted that he would be the next top pro player, and Luna for sure acted like it. He was already arguing with pros on Twitter, and had coined the signature display of skill, which was a money match. A money match occurs when two players bet a certain amount of cash on a best of 3, 5, or even 10, depending on what they decide on. Essentially, you are betting on yourself, your own skills to be better than someone else. Luna has zero fear when it comes to betting on himself. In fact, he embodies it. Believing in oneself to the max, lots of top pros were interviewed before the first LAN of the year, MSI. Here's what Luna had to predict for himself as to how well he would do.
First. Me.
I think it's Luna as well. It's close. There's a couple people that are good.
Yeah, there's definitely a good competition.
Yeah, Godly might be better. I don't know, but when Luna doesn't troll ones, he's for sure the best player in NA, 100%.
I agree.
Well, just like Sandstorm, he had to have started somewhere, so where did he learn the skills to rise to the top? Fortunately, thanks to some of the people in the Brawl community and Walk to Goat's interview, posted by Brawlhalla, that only has 2,600 views, I was able to find some footage of Luna talking about improving in his mindset.
And that was like, you figure out, like, there's like these moments, even in your days where you're not even that good, that you can accidentally just go GOAT mode. Like, you will just focus so much that you'll be in like a zen mode. You'll literally be so focused that every single interaction would just be you adapting off of it, or even just like just confusing your opponent. And right, that CB where I like went crazy and I didn't even like feel like I was doing anything. I didn't react like anyway. I didn't go like hype or anything after I won. I was just like really focused in the moment, and I wasn't tilting at anything. I literally played it as if I was like in the lead already. So I had that mental, and that mental freaking made me win. And I wasn't even that good, so it was like crazy.
He's basically describing a flow state, where one's mind is fully immersed at the task at hand. Time ceases to exist, emotions such as frustration and anger fade, and this only allows for 100% focus. If we fast forward to Luna winning MSI, we see a similar reaction as to when Sandstorm would win tournaments. A noticeable stillness, most likely from still being in that flow state. His brain and mind is entirely absorbed into the match. I'm sure there's relief and almost disbelief that he just won, but his focus hasn't fully caught up to reality yet. It was so deeply embedded in his mind that it woke him up later when trying to sleep the night after winning. I think what separates these two as top competitors is playstyle. Sandstorm heavily relied on in-game momentum to increase his skill and gameplay during tournaments, while Luna has an immeasurable mental fortitude and game sense that is visible in his reaction and decision making during matches. Luna typically uses slower characters with grander movements, so the reactions have to be quick and perfect to make up for the lack of range and dexterity. I'm sorry for what I'm about to say if you're a Luna fan, but there's one last checkpoint I have to cover. Sandstorm has won 3 1v1 World Championships, as well as 3 2v2 World Championships, all back to back to back, and won 38 other tournaments in total, earning over $200,000 from competing in Brawlhalla alone. Luna so far has won Omen Oasis 1v1s, Winter Championships 2v2s, Steel Series 2v2s, and most recently the Mid-Season Invitational, with a total earning of over $42,000 including the MSI earnings, as well as earnings from countless money matches against top pros, including Sandstorm. I would say for the final weighing of the scales, Luna is also competing in the toughest environment ever for Brawlhalla pros. The current talent is unmatched, and the player base has reached a much larger audience, attracting new and improved pro players. On a final note, both these players are amazing and have come equipped with an equally incredible mindset. That is one of champions. If you are struggling to improve at Brawlhalla or just anything, I'd suggest you take some of the advice from these players and see if you can apply it into your own mindset and reach those new heights. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys continue and enjoy this esports coverage and deeper insights I aim to provide in these videos. Let me know what things help you improve and who you'll think the next top pro will be. Will it continue to be Luna, or do you think it'll be someone else? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video. My name is Vondake, if you ever wanted to know how to pronounce it. It's not Vondake, it's Vondake. But thank you.